Passion is its name, and addiction is its game. I'm telling you.
Words from me mood with the mic in me honor. Cause this a DJ comfy ram session. Bam bam. Say what a bam bam. Bam bam bilam bam bam. Bam bam bilam bam bam.
I'm gonna be 150% honest with you. I don't study anybody. I'm not gonna sit and worry about what the guy I'm training, who he's fighting. I don't worry about what they're doing. Because I'm preparing my guy for any and everything. You know what I mean? So if you prepare, I believe if you prepare for one thing, you see something and you look for it and it don't happen in the fight, it's too damn late. But if you're prepared for any and everything, no matter what the other guy does, you got an answer for it, and that's the key.
And finally, everything you've seen in the gym, obviously coming off a defeat for the World Heavyweight title, but plenty left from Dillian Whyte, and you expect a great performance from him this weekend.
Oh, most definitely. And here's the funny part. I've never seen Dylan fight either. So.
And anything me lend me, I forget it back again. Slang, slang, slang down the lane. Me see me walking down the street, two man I meet. I'm walking down the street, two man I meet. One tall and brown, one black and I read. Him ask me when me name a just Sister Nancy. Him ask me when me live, me tell him Uptown City. Him ask me when me born, me tell him down a Jubilee. Him ask me when me wear, me tell him Terry Ganzi. And also a lot of silver Jubilee. Him also when me do, me tell him I'm a MC. Him tell me say he live up in a Miami. The first thing me see was a letter to me. The second thing me see, I hope you're feeling irie. The third thing him say, send request to me. The fourth thing him say, I hope you still love me. I'm in your Sister Nancy. Lord of God from the Jerry's family. The other time from the soft cream posse. Lord of God, who won? German Nancy mechanical planner, me say 2. Black-in you operator, that's how you want, me say 3. I tell you Nancy, I will be a me say 4. Don't come on, only cough, my door, me say 5. I tell you if you slip, you will slide, I me say 6. I mean, here, woman Nancy, I me say 7. But every man want go whatever, me say 8. German Nancy, Leon dance.
World that I think that could be Tank. That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me, Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I cracked both of them.
I feel you, but check this right there. But okay, so you telling me you cracked both of them, right? But I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
He didn't get no best of me. He ain't get no best of me. He did not get no best of me.
He jumped right off the plane as far as Devin. Right off the plane.
No best of me. He didn't get no best of me.
Let me something, man. You can go on the internet.
And you know I sparred him twice. I sparred him twice.
Right. And Bill
took him out the ring.
And Bill admitted that. Bill and Dad both said that.
Almost knocked him out in Floyd gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you
I don't know about
him out in the gym? Did they tell you
I don't
that?
know, but I ain't hear that.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I ain't hear that.
Oh, Gervonta Tank Davis has words for me. Gervonta says he cannot wait to run into Two-Tone the Superstar, and that he's cool with catching another case. Musty
energy.
I gotta question this man's legacy now. Why would you throw away a possible Hall of Fame career over somebody who holds you accountable? You must have a whole bunch of yes men around you. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, Gervonta. I'm nobody's fan, and I say that respectfully. I am a supporter of the sport of boxing. I pledge allegiance to the sport of boxing. You like yes men. When Floyd Mayweather told you was losing, you ain't like that. You don't like when people keep it real with you and your trash resume, and I say that respectfully. Do what you gotta do, brother. And I'ma keep on being one of the unbiased media personalities in the sport of boxing, the GOAT. Your resume is trash, and I say that respectfully. Congrats to you fighting Hector Garcia and Ryan A-Side Garcia. Congrats to you. But get them yes men up out your circle. You need somebody to keep it real with you. You was 28 years old, and your resume looked dusty as a mug jug.
Musty energy.
Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't even know if he has the mental toughness to fight Ryan Garcia. I don't know if he has that composure in him to really fight Ryan Garcia. Very emotional man, very emotional. I think that Ryan Garcia is already in his head. He has condos all up in his head. And that is the reason why Ryan Garcia is going to knock out Gervonta Tank. Oh, what's going on here? Happy Thanksgiving. Excuse the voice. Last night I had a pre-Thanksgiving party where the micheladas was just cracking, and I say that respectfully. But what's going on with Gervonta Tank Davis, man? The tea is piping hot, and I say that respectfully. Last night, Tank Davis was up on that Twitter, probably up in his Baltimore estate, smelling some of that good collard greens, yams, mac and cheese, giblet gravy, just experiencing everything. And this man put out this tweet right here. He said, how come Mayweather, Leonard, Ellaby, and Mayweather Promotions ain't send the termination papers? What's going on there? You got this young brother trying to get out the Mayweather protection program, and Floyd Money Mayweather said, oh no, we not about to do that. But then Floyd Mayweather get about his top rank Bob Arum contract. Didn't he do that? Tank done left the Mayweather protection program and done went crazy. He got a fight with Hector Garcia, which is a dangerous fight. He about to get his ass knocked out by Ryan Garcia. Then he probably gonna close the year out trying to either fight T.O., Devin the Dream Haney, or somebody over there at 135. Somebody over there, we don't know. I don't know, man. What's going on with the Mayweather protection program, bro? How come they won't let this man lead the company? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Happy Thanksgiving.
2 days ago, Deontay Wilder put this up. Till this day, I'm so grateful for the chocolate warm love and support that I have had for many years now in this cold world. I'm so delighted to wake up every morning after defeating the inevitable, looking at the fruits of my labor, children, watching them smile. Okay, so he shared that with the world. However, in the sport of boxing, I think about a week before that, Chisora made an observation about Deontay Wilder in which he stated the following. So Derek Chisora believes that Wilder's very emotional. Fury did damage to him. If you say hello to the guy, he starts crying. So I have a lot of admiration for people who are sticking in there and actually coming up with quality material during these very dire times in boxing. People who are sticking in there and still trying to cover the sport with a degree of enthusiasm. Don't get me wrong, these are not to be confused with the people who just enjoy the chaos and the total confusion, because it provides them with a different type of material upon which they feed off. Those type of people, of course, are the ones who incessantly cover people like Tank Davis and go back and forth with Tank Davis, try to start beef with fighters. They go after Terence Crawford. They might even go after Errol Spence personally. You know what I mean? They're not observers anymore. They believe that they are somehow involved in the negotiations over social media. So they attack the fighters personally and call them all sorts of names. And whatever the fighter posts, it could be Errol Spence posting anything about anything. They say, oh, when you gonna fight Crawford? You're ducking. And Crawford posts anything, when you gonna fight this? Oh, you lying, you ducking. There's one particular guy especially nowadays who keeps on popping up in my timeline. Alright, he constantly goes after Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I mean? I think the highlight of his life is the fact that Gervonta Tank Davis referenced him and said that he was gonna do something to him or something like that. This guy, I can't stand the guy, to be honest with you. He has this way about him that reminds me of a gay bulldog. He has a bulldog face, but a gay kind of bulldog, like a black gay bulldog type of face. I can't stand the motherfucker, man. Each and every time I saw a guy, right, that I actually watch on YouTube responding to him recently, and I'm thinking, man, listen, this whole thing, social media is fucking crazy. But like I said before, though, he's one of those people who I actually do have a degree of admiration for, because despite these very trying times in boxing, if you perceive it that way, not that I do, to keep it real with you, because I have other things. It's also been a blessing in disguise, because I realize that there's other things going on in the world that are just way more important than this silly sport, in which everything is just convoluted and silly. It doesn't get anywhere, doesn't get anything, doesn't produce anything. It sort of promises so much and delivers so little. It's crazy, and it's been doing it for years. And I think, to be honest with you, I'm beginning to suspect that that is the business format of boxing. To promise a great deal and to deliver very, very little, because it works all the time. And I think that all promoters are guilty of it. So, that being said, I don't think I should participate in that, but I'm not going to make a big song and dance about it. I'll still do it anyway, like some people do. There are some people as well who make a big song and dance about the fact that they're not suckers and they're not going to buy into the whole thing what the promoters doing, blah 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 blah, because, you know, I'm smarter than everybody else out there, and I'm so smart you ain't finna take me to this and that and blah 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 blah. They carry on and on and on and on and on with this false sense of righteous indignation that they constantly harp on about. It's mixed in with race and politics and nationality and, you know, anti-corruption, even though they're corrupt themselves. You know what I mean? The anti-syndication, whatever the fuck. So they're on YouTube doing that, while they themselves are part of a syndicate that they advertise all the time. It's amazing and crazy. So, you know, hypocrisy all around and abound. But that being said, I still am full of admiration for the people who can actually deliver quality material. That being said, if I'm not mistaken, Jermaine Franklin and Dillian Whyte are about to go into the ring. I'm not enthusiastic about that fight. I'm sure some people will watch it and have something to say about it. I'm not a fan of Dillian Whyte. I think Dillian Whyte is a carnival barker. But even so, if you're gonna be that way, then be that way all the way around. You're not finna make all that fucking noise, and when it comes to Tyson Fury, go quiet and start talking as if, like, you know, you're just a little boy with little nothing, and, you know, poor little you. He's getting on my nerves, and now you're back facing another black American, a black guy like you, and all of a sudden, you're a fucking dog. See how these niggas carry on? See how these dudes carry on? They're all the same. I've always said, and I'll say it again, that Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder are two sides of the same coin. Now, Deontay Wilder fans might not necessarily want to admit that or accept that, but that is the truth. They are the same type of people. You know what I mean? And they both have a loathing for Anthony Joshua, who I don't like very much either. There are some elements of truth in the criticism, particularly come from Dillian White towards Anthony Joshua, that I find quite truthful, quite accurate. Not truthful, I should say accurate in my estimation. There is some personal behavioral analysis that Dillian White has made about Anthony Joshua that I find to be quite spot on. Anthony Joshua is I don't know, he's just lucky. Very, very lucky, and people can't stand that kind of luck when it seems like you're getting away with stuff because of your looks. It is what it is. But aside from that, this weekend we also have Regis Prograis versus Zepeda. I've forgotten his first name. Franklin, I think it's Franklin for Zepeda or something. Anyway, Zepeda. You know what I mean? Those of you who know him, you're going to be able to talk about him. But if I can find his name, I want to be accurate here. So give me a second while I type this in. Zepeda. Jose Zepeda, forgive me. That's it, not right. So Jose Zepeda versus Regis Prograis. Now Zepeda supposedly had that fight of the year thing against Baranchik, where they had about how many knockdowns were in that fight? I can't remember. There was quite a few knockdowns. He got knocked down, Baranchik got knocked down. It was regarded as a classic fight because people like that kind of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Regis Prograis goes in there, 27-1, 23 KOs. Jose Zepeda, 35 fights. This guy's had 35 freaking fights. He's been beaten twice and he's got 27 KOs. Now, when a dude has 35 fights, you think like, why is he still on this level? Why is he still on this level? So Jose Zepeda, Regis Prograis meet for the vacant WBC title, 140 pounds tonight on pay-per-view. I'm not enthusiastic about that fight either. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not enthusiastic about it, but you know, whoever wins, may the best man win. May the best man win as far as I'm concerned. What else we got? Let's listen to something. I think something to do with Dillian White. Let's see whether we can hear what he's saying here. Something coming from Boxing Podcast Network. Let's listen to this. Yeah, let's see.
Don't have the biggest promoters in the world, you probably don't have the biggest opportunities in the world. I think a guy like Jermaine Franklin built his record up. There was enough money to build him to that spot, but now it simply comes down to when do the opportunities. I think that's why. Like, why is Michael Hunter? He's right. You could label whatever reasons, but part of it is maybe it's because he doesn't have a huge backing behind him to say, okay, Michael Hunter is going to fight Otto Wallin. Why does Otto Wallin not get opportunities? Deeper, I think Martin McCauley's better than what's his face, Dillian White. I think Martin McCauley is everything people say Dillian White is. That's Martin McCauley, and he is really how Dillian White is, because Dillian White loses to, like, if Dillian White were to lose, I don't think it was people. There's no special effects. He just comes forward, hits hard. But I think the answer is, Jermaine Franklin didn't have the system in place to get.
Well, that's some fucking American dude making some disparaging remarks about Dillian White. I mean, they might be accurate, but you know, at the end of the day, it's poor fucking Franklin, blah 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 blah. I ain't trying to hear what some fucking American dude got to say, to be honest with you, because I never expect them to be objective about British boxers, unless of course it's Tyson Fury. So fuck those dudes, particularly ones who sound like that. Anyway, what else we got? So yeah, that's more or less what it is about this week, man. But like I said before, man, there's hardly anything worth covering, anything worth talking about. That's about it. I mean, that's why I don't really make a big deal of boxing videos nowadays. There's nothing. I mean, I don't have the time, of course, but you know what I mean. Let's listen to these Mexicans over here. Some dude, he's on YouTube. Let's listen to what he has to say. He's got like a. Should I listen to him? Let's listen.
Reaches is tough, but no boogeyman. Hasn't done anything in years since losing a clear decision to Tater. Sean is the real 140-pound. Spoilers. The paid by KO, he says. Thanks for the support, brother.
That's not possible, you know. If you remember the fight between,
I don't want to listen to Mexicans. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I can't take that. I can't take the accent, man. It is what it is, man. If you sound American, fine, fair enough. You got such a strong Mexican accent. I can't fuck with that. So yeah, that's about it for now. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if there's anything else I can look at in boxing. Nah, nothing to talk about. It is what it is. So maybe by the end of the week, something else will come up, and maybe I'll. If the results surprise me, if the fight turned out to be, you know, more than I expected. I mean, yeah. What's this fight here? The truth is, Ryder versus Parker. You know what I mean? Ryder versus Parker. Let's look at that for a second. Frank Warren's cards. I see what Frank Warren's cards. I look at them, and it's like they're alien to me. They don't look international in character. They look local and provincial in character, to the point whereby they always look like a Southern era type of scrap. That have very little to do with me, and the quality is gonna sort of reflect that. That's more or less why I don't fuck with Frank Warren's cards. I just don't feel that they're more or less about getting the lager louts and the lads involved in a night out, rather than good boxing, rather than the sport itself. That's how I see it anyway. Once in a while you might get something different, but for the most part I think that's more or less what promoting is for Frank Warren and the kind of audience he attracts. So but let's see. Sandy Ryan fighting? Yeah, so wait, if Sandy Ryan's fighting, yeah, maybe that's a bit more or less, you know. Yes, Sandy Ryan, super lightweight, baby. That's a weigh-in. You know, WBC. Sandy Ryan looks to defend her gold WBC International Super Lightweight title on the line. Okay, who's she fighting against again? That's it on the undercard of Dylan White and Jermaine Franklin. Also Sanchez. She's fighting somebody called Sanchez Anahai Esther Sanchez. Alright, so that's something I'll be looking forward to. The girls I'll be looking forward to